what I think about mindset coaches.
I'm Ruth Kudzi, the founder of Ruth Kudzi Coaching. I transformed my life and my business, and I'm passionate about helping others do the same.
If you've watched this and you know me, you know that I have a bit of a bee in my bonnet about unqualified coaches, but especially around mindset. For me, if you are working with people's minds, their cognitions, their thoughts, you need to be appropriately qualified. And that may be training, mentorship, qualification, or all three. So what do mindset coaches actually do? A mindset coach works with your conscious and your unconscious. I don't believe that to work with your unconscious, well, actually the evidence is quite strong, that you have to have hypnosis or similar. What it may be is that you may be working with people through their energy, through holding space for them and using the energy that is between you, as in psychodynamic coaching, to really understand and start to unpick and go deeper. In fact, this morning I saw somebody who was posting about mindset coaches and saying that traditional coaching doesn't go deep. And I am completely not on that path. I believe that when we use tools from positive psychology, neuroscience, energetic and psychodynamic tools, we have the ability to go really deep with our clients, to go underneath the surface. Because when we're thinking about a mindset coach, you go to a coaching session, maybe you're wanting to focus on a problem, but actually it's not about the problem. It's about what's going on in your head. You have the problem at the surface, at the top of the iceberg, and then you're going deeper. You're looking at what's underneath. Maybe that problem is symptomatic of your beliefs around yourself. Maybe you have unconscious beliefs that are limiting your behavior or are limiting the way that you think about things. So challenging your clients to think differently, to understand what their beliefs are, to create new neural pathways where they are able to therefore have brand new beliefs that serve them better. Alongside that, it may be looking at their values or their needs. If we want our clients to be in alignment, they have to understand their needs, their values, and their beliefs. And that therefore leads up to that behavior change. So often in coaching, we say the problem is not the problem. The problem that people bring is that surface. And as a coach and a mindset coach, we go underneath the surface to understand for our clients what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what is going on for them energetically, what is going on for them emotionally, what is going on in their body. We know through somatic coaching that we store memories and we store thoughts in our body. So actually looking at the person as a whole. A mindset coach will help you to make sense of your thoughts and will help you to really build your self-awareness so you are aware of what is going on for you, who you are, what your needs, values, beliefs and strengths are. And then you can start to make the change. So it's about awareness first. And there are many ways that they can do this. Of course, we might want to use techniques from other modalities. I'm an energy coach and an NLP coach, so sometimes we may use those. But those tools really are a way in. Great coaching, really deep relational and psychodynamic coaching doesn't use tools. It uses the power of energy, the power of understanding and really knowing what is going on in somebody else's mind and giving them that space to explore. That doesn't mean that we need to always reflect. We're helping them explore. We're helping them to get curious. We're helping them really to identify those things that are stopping them. And often using psychodynamic or neuroscience tools or positive psychology, we may be getting people to reframe, to look at things differently, to understand that the lens that they see the world through may not be the lens that other people see, and to start to have an appreciation of when they're triggered, what that's showing to them, and understanding what is conscious and what is unconscious, accessing that unconscious. Some mindset coaches use hypnosis. I personally am not a fan of hypnosis. For me, I have many clients who use it and are fantastic, but that can be a way that you use that to access the unconscious. It may be something that you do on top of coaching, but you can also use hypnosis without actually using hypnotic language. So you can do that as well as a tool with your coaching clients. I'm qualified in NLP and timeline therapy, so you can use that as well to help people uncover limiting beliefs and do modality changes to get them to think about things differently. A mindset coach is a really broad term. Really what you're doing there is you're working with people's beliefs. You're working with people's thoughts and emotions. And you really need to have adequate training. So most coach training, like the professional coach diploma, equips you with the tools and techniques that you need to actually work with somebody on their mindset. It may be that after that training, you want to do something more. Maybe you want to go more down the psychodynamic route. Maybe you want to have a look at NLP or hypnosis or something like that. But having those basics in place is really important. Really powerful conversations and really powerful transformational coaching can come from being energetically in the room with your clients, holding that space, and also being aware of your intuition and how that plays in. But this is not about, intuitive coaching, just leading with what we think. It's about really understanding what is going on for that other person. So when you're thinking about working with a mindset coach, look at their training, look at their experience, look at their background, look at actually what they say they can and they can't do. What can they promise? If they are doing mindset and they're looking at trauma, you're going to want them to be properly qualified. So on top of coaching, that might be psychotherapy, or it might be a very specific trauma-informed coaching qualification. Mindset coaching can go lots of routes, but you want that person to have great training. A mindset coach does not tell you what to do. I had an experience probably about 5 years ago where I worked with a mindset coach, and the coach was saying, for you to be in the best mindset, you need to get up at 5 a.m, you need to do this, you need to do that. That isn't about the individual. That is directive, which is not coaching. And for me at that time, I had, I think, a 3-week-old baby. So saying to a mother of a 3-week-old baby, you have to get up at 5 a.m. and meditate, didn't really go down too well. It didn't look at the context. And this is the thing. Great coaches look at the entire context of the client. When they're coaching on mindset, they're coaching on everything that that client is bringing, their experience, their culture, everything. And they are aware of that and non-judgmental in their approach. They use tools and techniques which have been tested and are evidence-based. And they may well build on really solid, robust coaching with, as I've said, hypnosis, NLP, EFT, emotional freedom technique. Lots of people love that. Maybe some more energetic coaching, like the coaching that I do through my spiral work. If you're looking at a coach, what's their training? What's their experience? What are their results? How do they help people feel better? Maybe they specialize in helping people overcome imposter syndrome. Maybe it's confidence. Maybe it's general mindset. And then the other thing that you're going to want to ask is, where do they get appropriate supervision? If you are holding space for somebody to work on their mind, you need to be having supervision for you as an individual and as a coach. So when you're going to look at these coaches, ask them, what training and qualifications have you got? What's your experience? And what supervision do you get, so I know that you can hold space? And then you can have a really, really meaningful coaching experience, which can completely change how you think, how you feel, and how you act. There's no surprise that so many people that I work with, and even the clients that go through my professional coach diploma, talk about how the diploma itself is life-changing because they are doing the work themselves. They're using the tools, they're using the techniques, they're having the mindset coaching, which changes everything for them. This can be an amazing thing that you can experience, but you need to make sure that you're working with somebody who knows what they're doing. And you're working with somebody who knows their limitations. I'm really sorry, but I'm not equipped to help you with trauma. However, I can recommend someone. I can say, hand on heart, mindset coaching will change your life if you work with the right professional. If someone's skeptical of mindset coaching, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, just track your thoughts for a day and reflect on how many of those thoughts are unhelpful, how many of those thoughts are negative. And imagine that you had the techniques to change, that you had less negative thoughts, less unhelpful thoughts. You can do that by working with a mindset coach. They can support you. And of course, I have people as well who are saying, well, I can read all of this in books. Yes, you can, but that isn't personalized to you. The thing is, there's loads of theories, there's lots of things that can work, but a mindset coach will work with you as an individual. And that personalization means that you are going to be challenged in the right way for you and supported in the right way for you to actually make the long-lasting changes, the embedded changes, to build the new neural pathways, to create the new ways of thinking. If you're really skeptical, speak to some mindset coaches. Look at their case studies and testimonials. And I would challenge you to have some sessions, and it's not just one session. I'm not a massive fan of breakthrough sessions because, yeah, brilliant. You might get a breakthrough in the moment, but you need to integrate and embed that into your life. We know that if you want to build a neural pathway, it takes focus and repetition. So if you're building a neural pathway, if you've had this breakthrough, you need to follow through. And often that is hard for people. Yes, a minority after a breakthrough will follow through, will be consistent. But if you're working with a coach and you're working with them over a period of time, 3 months, 6 months, then they'll help you to do that. So if you're curious, but you're skeptical, I'd ask, what are you afraid of? And imagine if you could really start to change how you're thinking about yourself. What would be possible for you then? The next video is going to be up over here. But before you go, remember to ring that bell, give me a like, and subscribe to the channel.